Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Monday, June 22nd, 2015. Well, there weren't any announcements on Friday that were market affecting, so market didn't do too good on Friday. We'll take a look at that later. Today we have existing home sales, and then average stuff into pretty busy tomorrow, but average amount of announcements for the rest of the week. We have existing home sales, and actually, I guess you might say the housing market is on a steeper recovery than most other things. But there's a couple of things that provide optimism and a couple of things that are a little bit depressing. So hopes for a Greek deal fuel rally in Europe and on Wall Street, well, at least in the futures. But let's see how Asia did overnight. Pretty much positive Shanghai. This is the second time in a row. I'll take a look at that sometime, maybe today if I think about it. They've had a big hit when everybody else is up. I don't know what's going on there. Over in Europe, everything is just they're really happy over there. Happy days are here again, I guess. Hopes for a Greek deal. Doesn't mean there is one. This is disturbing right here. Why Greece may curb bank withdrawals. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. Banks are allowed to loan out many times more, sometimes 10, 20, 30 times more than what they actually have on deposit. And I think it might even be higher. And as another example, the FDIC, the people that insure your money in the bank, well, they only have enough assets to cover less than 2% of all the deposits in all the banks in the United States. So if there's a big bank failure and there's no recourse for you with the exception of trying to get your insured deposit back, the chances are that it's going to be very difficult. You may be able to get it back, but at what price? Well, I just print some more money, I guess. I think that's probably the way that it will be handled. But over in Greece and in other parts, central banks are talking about what they call a bail-in instead of a bail-out. And a bail-in essentially is taking depositors' money to cover the bad debts rather than the government or somebody else bailing the bank out. So that means that, if you have $100,000 in the bank and it fails, well, then you may only get like 80,000 or even 50,000 of it, and the bank will take the rest. It's just so wonderful that the banks are so powerful that they can do that. And, let's see. Speaking of barbecues, for Father's Day, I got a pellet grill. And it's essentially a convection wood smoker. And I made 16 burgers at once yesterday. And they looked a lot like that, actually. They were delicious. I won't say the best burger I ever had off of a grill, but for doing 16 at a time and having them all be consistently done, that was kind of a big deal for me. Anyway, I digress a lot here. All right, I'm running the paper money version of Thinkorswim also today. I want to see how both of them run together, and maybe I'll just do it all the time because I want to mess around with paper money and make some more videos. Other than daily scan videos, so I'm back in the video mood, I guess you might say. Okay, so here the futures are looking up considerably. Gold is down $8.30. We were above 1,200, and now we're below it again. Oil's at 60.44, pretty steady. Dollars at 94.39. Pretty steady for right now too. Let's take a look at the VIX here at 1396. Yeah, okay. So I don't have much to say about that. It's probably going to go move down today. From our position perspective, on Friday I closed the June 4th bull put on SPX. That was another part of an iron condor. Take a look at that on the big chart, which is right here. Let's see, it was the June 4 bull put. So where is June 4? June, is that this one here? Yeah, it's this one right here. So I'm going to turn this green. So we had another wiener. And this one's by itself. I haven't condorized that yet. I think it's too late to condorize it. I'm not sure. I don't feel comfortable condorizing it when the market has taken off last week. This big old green candle here makes me a little bit nervous because now my put's going to be a little bit too high for my taste. Still have this, I think this is a butterfly. I should label this so that at least when I land my cursor on it I can see what the heck it is. I got so much going on here right now. It's getting a little bit confusing. June 4, I think I closed this one too. So, yeah, 10 delta for June 4. I think I closed that one. So I'm going to turn that one green too. Oh, it is green. Okay. All right, a little confusing there. All right. So we're doing pretty good with those. This Chipotle butterfly here, I think I'm going to close that today. I just don't see it with the way the chart looks when we get to it. I'm not feeling real good about that. Price line, I opened this one. Did I open this one on? I might have opened this one on Thursday. And we can take a look at that one too when we look at the charts for the individuals. So let's go run over to the big chart here and just talk about SPX in general. We're going to see if we can get a new high here, maybe this week. I'm just not real worried about anything here. Maybe this July bear call, possibly, but most everything else I'm not really all that worried about. I don't see it moving that much. It's still within this downward sloping channel if we don't count the wicks. If we go to a daily, let me just look a little bit different. We definitely have a violation here. Then we pulled back right to it, and maybe it's going to act as support now. I don't know. Who knows? Those are all nifty words that you hear everybody talk about, and they don't really mean anything. It's all a matter of probabilities in my mind. But that's what she looks like on a daily. So if we go back to a weekly, and we're looking pretty good there, I would have to say. All right, let's take a look. Let's run our scan now. Pop up some charts here. I was looking at the VIX before I started the video. Just doesn't seem like as though it's going anywhere, but I can tell you what, I may do a calendar, put calendar on the VIX if we ever get up to 15 or so. Because you know it's going to be coming right back down just based on past performance. Alright, we'll shoot right over to Apple here. Still not really sure what to do about Apple. Is it going to maybe move up? It's definitely looking like as though we have some support here around 125. I'm not real clear on what might be happening there. We actually are showing a stronger support here at 122 approximately on the weekly. Just not really sure what to do about that. I'd like to have some direction. Look at this. This is amazing. I don't even want to look at it. Drifting upward, Baidu. Just slow drift upward. Maybe a butterfly up here. If you're a butterfly, maybe for, where are we here? What's this date? It's not giving me a date. Huh. Oh, here we go. 625. Maybe here with June 4 expiration. No, that's only a week away. I would think that we might need to. I don't know. I'm not going to do anything on it myself. Chipotle. Sure. As soon as I open this butterfly, it decides to use the break even as support, and now it looks like it may be taking off against me. So if that continues today, I will definitely make a note here. Exit. Chipotle. Butterfly. Just put a question mark on that. Costco. Yeah, definitely that was a loser. And let's take a look at, by the way, let's take a look at last week. Here's last week right here. Ended up with $49. We were looking pretty good, but this is Costco right here. That was the one that hurt. So here it is right here. By the way, it's spreadsheets up on my blog. So I'm not doing anything with Costco right now because it looks like it might be in a new upward trend. I don't know. Here's the Dow, looking to get back to where it was. Gold. Here's this big day on Thursday and Friday, and now it looks like it's going to be pulling back. Google. Google has broken out of its wedge. So we'll see if it manages to continue here. We have a resistance right here. Let's see if it goes through. LinkedIn. Geez, looks a lot like Amazon, doesn't it? Not really doing anything. NDX will be continuing its upward march. Now that is probably a pretty safe bet to do a butterfly on. Let's take a look at that. Just do something real quick here. What are we thinking? Maybe up, well, at this current pace, it could well be up to 45.75. So let's look at that level. First of all, let's set our, which we'll be looking at this expiration, which would be June 4. This is one standard deviation, and we're looking at 45. Let's look at 45.90. That would be June 4. And a butterfly at 45.90 would be 45.90 right here. Do a butterfly. And, well, that's an old one. It's a little bit too narrow, probably. Yeah, we need to widen it out. It's only 38 cents, but let's make it, well, we'd have to go 45.70 170 probably, huh? And 46.10. Okay, that's $145, and our risk profile looks like that. Still would like to have it wider, and then it's going to really start to get expensive if I go to 45.60 and 46.20. That's $335, and it's not really getting all that wide. I'm not interested in that. It's too expensive. Moving on. Netflix. Netflix not moving anywhere either. Priceline. We are hoping that we get a move down. We have a calendar on Priceline, so let's take a look at the Analyze tab, and let's clear up these slices. There we go. Can't figure it. Well, I think this is pre-market gibberish here. I don't think it's really there. If we take a look over here for actuals, it's actually up 20. So we're looking to have Priceline, of course, move down a little bit and IV to increase. So that's why when I entered that trade, I made all these notes over here about that particular calendar, which was the current IV and the IV percentile. So IV was 0.2. What is it now? It's 0.19. So it's IV's 19 right now. It was 20, so it actually went down a little bit. And does the chart reflect that? No, actually it should have gone up a tad. But, well, percentile is 8.26. And it actually was at 13.73. So we actually lost a little bit on the IV. But it did make a nice move down. Oh, where do I have it marked here? I still don't have it marked, do I? Huh. How about that? So we're looking for a move down here to 1140. Right down around, right smack dab in the middle of this puppy. So we'll have to see how that works out, and that is a regular July expiration. So quite a ways to go for that 1140. So maybe it'll move down and wiggle around, and we need some time on this too. So we'll see how that one works out. And that was over here, Priceline charts. Sorry if I'm moving around a lot. I am, aren't I? Okay, peek at the Russell. Some of these are just too expensive to do butterflies onto the upside to get something that's wide enough. That's the nice thing about calendars, is they have a wider base, but they're not good for the upside. They're much better for the downside. They're okay, but you need to understand that calendars are sensitive to IV for expiration profitability. Right, we already beat SPX to death. So Tesla's doing pretty good. Middle of last week to the end of last week, it's doing pretty good. Still not really sure exactly what this thing is going to do. So one of the things I might do today is take a look at maybe some other prospects other than what's on the A+ list. So it'll be interesting to see maybe something that really has low IV, that has a lot of liquidity. Low IV meaning that it might be at new highs, 52-week highs possibly. Do a scan for that. On highly liquid underlyings. Let's see how it works out. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.